All right, what is up, Utah fans? This is Joseph back with the Big 12 Football Digest, and this used to be a Utah channel. And funny enough, this is my first video since I rebranded it to of making a Utah video. So very fun, and I'm glad I get to make a video for you guys. Before we dive into it, we'll talk about how Cam's no longer at Utah. Before we dive into it, make sure you guys smash that like button. That's going to help get the video out to more Utah fans and Big 12 fans. Also, comment down below. What are your thoughts on the situation with Cam Rising? Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out a ton of Utah Utes football content. We put out a ton of Big 12 content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And let's go ahead and dive in and talk Cam Rising no longer at Utah. Okay, so let's talk about the situation here. So there was a press conference today that brought a lot of news with it, with Kyle Whittingham, Morgan Scalley, Jason Beck, a bunch of, all the big time coaching names for Utah. Very exciting time for Utah fans to get to watch this. And also a lot of information was dropped. So during the press conference, they asked Kyle Whittingham about Cam Rising. As a lot of you know, there was the thought that Cam Rising would be able to return for another season due to a medical situation. He said, I've talked to Cam a few times, but that is really up to Cam to divulge what he wants to divulge, when he wants to divulge what his plan is. But we've certainly had communication with him, and you don't see him on our roster right now. So that can tell you some things there. I'll leave that up to Cam to continue to tell you exactly what the plan is. So I'll give my thoughts in a second on what Cam could be doing in the situation. Yeah, kind of exciting that there's a little bit of mystery about what Cam could be doing. But I would say this doesn't come as any surprise. We loaded up with a decent amount of quarterbacks on the roster this offseason, only returning one in Isaac Wilson, but we brought in a lot of other QB talent like Nate Johnson, kind of an athlete hybrid, Brandon Zerbrick, and a bunch of other guys that can come in and play quarterback for Utah. So not shocking to know this, especially with the Devin Dampier situation, right? Devin Dampier was our big name transfer, 4-star transfer prospect. And I think he would not have come to Utah if there was any real chance that Cam was returning, right? He was a superstar. It was at the Mountain West Conference level, but he was a superstar last year for New Mexico. And the idea that he'd be coming somewhere to sit behind anybody would be kind of crazy. So I'm not shocked at all that this is the case. Whenever Devin Dampier officially committed to Utah, I kind of knew that box of Cam possibly coming back was already kind of checked. What could Cam be doing? I think Cam could have a role still with the program. I think I've heard some rumors about him possibly coaching at Utah. Again, I don't know a ton of what Cam could possibly do. A lot of options there. I'm not going to dive too much into that because it would literally just be straight projections, straight guessing. So before we get out of here, guys, make sure you like the video, comment down below. What do you think? Is this surprising to you? Like I mentioned, it wasn't surprising to me. But also, what do you guys think Cam is doing? What do you think his role is? Maybe someone in the comments has some inside knowledge. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out a ton of Utah Big 12 content. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you always know when we come out with new stuff. And I am out of here. Go Big 12 and go Utes.